Welcome to the Lee Etzler Show, a weekly wrap-up and analysis of Churubusco High School Football.
Eagles, what is your profession? Out, out, out.
And now your host, Big Daddy Don Hyatt.
Welcome to Lee Etzler Show. I'm Don Hyatt. This is Coach Etzler. Today we'll be talking about Churubusco's win over Prairie Heights, 30-0. We'll also talk about the upcoming game with Eastside. Later we'll be joined with Corey Sarrazin and Tyler Nevil. We'll be right back after this.
We're the Tailgaters, and you're watching the Lee Etzler Show.
I lost my job and I needed help with different things like prescriptions and energy assistance and stuff. So I contacted United Way. They was the first ones that I could think of. And I went to the agencies that they gave me a list of and got the assistance that I needed from them. Because I received the help from United Way, then I'm volunteering my help out to the community, giving the help that they need.
Hey football fans, do you want to keep track of Churubusco High School football games? Log on to busconews.com every game day and watch up-to-the-minute pregame, halftime, and postgame interviews with head coach Lee Etzler. Stay connected with your computer or on your cell phone. busconews.com. When you can't make it to the game, it's the next best thing to being there. The Lee Etzler Show is brought to you by the United Way of Whitley County, busconews.com, and the Churubusco News.
Welcome back. We're here with Coach Etzler. Coach, good win for you last night, 30-0. You got the shutout.
Yeah, played okay. We're happy. I think we saw some improvement, over the last week, and feel, it was a good test for us to, hopefully improve down the road. Defense continued to get to the football pretty well. The coaching staff was pretty happy with that. Offense moved the ball pretty successfully. We need to take care of some of the mistakes, some of the penalties, and we still had a few turnovers that we're not real happy with. So still have some work to do in that area, but moving the ball in offense pretty decently, and the defense flying around, we're pleased with.
With the Heat last night, you had to move some players around to help out there. Cody Conwell did a great job at running back. He had 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of depth, which was extremely important last night. It was probably impossible to keep a kid on the field full time last night with the weather conditions. So we did. It wasn't very often we had a kid playing offense and defense and staying on the field for a long period of time. We do have a little bit of depth. We are young. We're working on increasing that depth here the first few weeks, and we saw some younger kids, Cody Conwell being one of them, contribute pretty heavily, and we're pleased with that.
Coach, on the defensive side, you get your first shot of the season. Very well-played game by him last night. Yeah,
as I said before, we're pleased with how we're getting to the football. We feel that whichever 11 kids we put out on the field on defense, they're flying around to the football, which is one of the more important things of playing defensive football. Played well at the linebacker position. Our outside linebackers, we ask them in games like this, we ask them to do a lot. There's situations where they're covering in the passing game, and there's situations where they're getting after the quarterback, and as much as possible, we want to put pressure on the other team's offense and make the quarterback uncomfortable. Thought they did a good job of that, and also our inside backers, we utilize them defending their pass and their run. So thought we played very well from both the inside and the outside linebacker positions, and in general, we feel we're getting to the football pretty well. As you said earlier, you had a good job with your linebacking crew.
They were all over in their backfield last night with, I mean, the way you had to rotate your kids through there. It didn't matter who you had in there, they were getting back in the backfield.
Yeah, one of the most important thing, and this goes to, kind of our philosophy in general. All through the off season, we're trying to improve athletes, make better athletes. If we feel cannot play defense effectively if you're not a pretty good athlete. So we try to put kids on the field that can run. We try to put kids on the field that are tough. And we're pleased with that. We feel, like I said before, we feel like we're getting the football pretty well. And hopefully we will have the ability to put offenses in a bind later on.
Coach, we're going to be joined by Tyler Nevil and Corey Sarrazin here in a little bit. A few words about them.
Both of them are younger guys in our program and are pleased with where they're at. Nevil is a kid that we were looking to provide a little bit of depth for us on the offense and defensive lines, and I guess going into the season we didn't exactly know where he would fit in. Has contributed quite a bit the first 3 weeks on both the offense and defensive lines, and he works extremely hard in the off season. Participates in wrestling, participates in track, works real well in the weight room, and loves football. So felt the last couple of years he's come a long way and worked his way into a contributing role on the varsity. Corey Sarrazin, just a sophomore. We're excited about his future. He's a big kid and also not afraid to work hard. We feel he's gonna improve dramatically in the weight room. He's already 6'3", 6'4", good frame to put some weight on, and he's gonna be pretty difficult for other teams to handle here in a year or two.
We'll be right back with Tyler Nevil and Corey Sarrazin right after this.
We're the Tailgaters, and you're watching the Lee Etzler Show!
I lost my job and I needed help with different things like prescriptions and energy assistance and stuff. So I contacted United Way. They was the first ones that I could think of. And I went to the agencies that they gave me a list of and got the assistance that I needed from them. Because I received help from United Way, then I'm volunteering my help out to the community, giving the help that they need.
Hey football fans, do you want to keep track of Churubusco High School football games? Log on to busconews.com every game day and watch up-to-the-minute pregame, halftime, and postgame interviews with head coach Lee Etzler. Stay connected with your computer or on your cell phone. busconews.com. When you can't make it to the game, it's the next best thing to being there. The Lee Etzler Show is brought to you by the United Way of Whitley County, busconews.com, and the Churubusco News.
Welcome back. We're here with Tyler Nevil and Corey Sarrazin, Churubusco linemen. Tyler, your offensive line been getting some holes for the running backs.
Yeah, well, we're pretty confident in the athleticism we have in the backfield, so as long as we do our job, we know we're going to get some yards on the ground.
Corey, you guys open things up with your downfield blocks also.
If we have effective blocking downfield, we can open up, they can get outside. Defense, our offensive backs can do our work and get outside if they run up the field.
Last week against Central Noble, you guys had 507 yards rushing. This week you had over 250. What do you attribute to that?
Well, coming into the Central week, we knew we had to do a lot better than we did against Prairie Heights, so they stressed that the defensive line was going to be a lot better, so I felt as an offensive line practice, we did a lot better and got after it, so we were well prepared.
Corey, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we just had to work really hard this week. We knew that it was going to be a bigger challenge with a more effective defensive line that we had to go up against.
Yeah, they were a little bit bigger in size-wise against you guys, but you guys moved them right out of the way and made some nice holes. Tyler, on defense, you guys are limiting the yards you're giving up to the opponents.
Yeah, year in and year out, Doc does a great job being a pretty good defensive coordinator, and I'd say he's probably one of the best in the conference. If not that, he's probably one of the best in the state, so it's pretty nice to have him.
Corey, you ain't seen much time on defense yet, but Play outside linebacker on the defense.
Yeah, great. Coach Dak always knows game plan. We're always out there. He always knows what to do. We're always coming off the edge hard, trying to crush the quarterback.
Both of you are first-year starters this year. What did it take to get that job with your off-season workouts?
Well, it starts in the weight room, which is overstressed every year. Doc and all the coaches get us up there. We work hard up there, and we just get after it in the weight room. And not only that, you look at the older guys you had in front of you, and you want to do as good as they did, if not better. So you work hard every day in practice, so that way when you get up there, you know what you're doing and can do the best of your ability.
Corey, what kind of goals you got set for this season and for the future here at Churubusco?
Well, we definitely want to be conference champs this year, and then after that, it's on to the off season, see what we can do.
Tyler?
Yeah, definitely starts with the conference championship, and seeing how we won it the past 2 years, and if we can win it this year, it'd be the first Churubusco team to ever win it 3 years in a row, and hopefully we can carry that on to my senior year and win it every year I was here. So, conference championships for sure.
What's it like playing for Coach Etzler?
He's a real smart coach, and he knows what he's talking about. And as a coaching staff, and not only Coach Etzler, they're really tight knit, and so that way they know what's going on, and they're really close to us, and it's good. He's really good motivator. He just knows what he's talking about.
Corey, how do you feel about playing for Coach Etzler in Busco Football?
It's great. Before the games, he always knows what to say to get us ready, get our heads focused, get us pumped up, be ready to go out there and do our team.
We'd like to thank Tyler and Corey for stopping by and talking to us today, and wish them luck the rest of the season. Stay with us. We'll be back with Coach Etzler on his thoughts on the upcoming East Side game.
I'm Corey Sarrazin, and you're watching the Lee Etzler Show.
I'm Tyler Nevil, and you're watching the Lee Etzler Show.
I lost my job and I needed help with different things like prescriptions and energy assistance and stuff. So I contacted United Way. They was the first ones that I could think of. And I went to the agencies that they gave me a list of and got the assistance that I needed from them. Because I received the help from United Way, then I'm volunteering my help out to the community, giving the help that they need.
Hey football fans, do you want to keep track of Churubusco High School football games? Log on to busconews.com every game day and watch up-to-the-minute pregame, halftime, and postgame interviews with head coach Lee Etzler. Stay connected with your computer or on your cell phone. busconews.com. When you can't make it to the game, it's the next best thing to being there. The Lee Etzler Show is brought to you by the United Way of Whitley County, busconews.com, and the Churubusco News.
Welcome back. We're here with Coach Etzler. Coach, big game upcoming this week with Eastside. They had a win over Angola last week. What do you know about them so far?
Well, going to be our toughest test, without a doubt, so far this year. In the off-season thought that this was a team that was going to jump toward the top of the conference. They have a very good senior class, a class that we kind of knew about even back when they were in middle school. So I think they kind of been waiting on this class, and here they are now. They're seniors, and there's a lot of enthusiasm for the football program over there right now. They are fast, very fast. Like to spread you out, like to throw the ball quite a bit. The kids that they throw the ball to are, might be as fast as we're going to see all year. Their quarterback had quite a few yards passing last year, and he's a big kid, and they like to run him and they like to throw him. And they'll put you defensively in a bind just by what they do. On offense, formation-wise, and the plays they run. So it's going to be a difficult battle, and this was probably the game I was probably most concerned with coming into this year, knowing that we've had the good fortune to beat them a few years in a row, and we need to watch out here this week, because here they come, and they're going to be ready to play us without a doubt. Huge win for them last week against Angola, so there's a lot of enthusiasm over there, and they're going to come ready to play.
With Eastside coming to town this week, it's also your homecoming. Will that pose any distractions to your team at all, you think?
Well, it's, as a coach, you're always concerned with, distractions that things like homecoming bring. Our kids the last few years have dealt with it pretty well, and, we understand even though there's extra things going on throughout the week and on Friday, there is a football game going to be played on Friday, and we feel is the most important thing that's going on during the week. So our kids have done a pretty good job with that over the last quite a few years. So we will stress, the need for focus and the need to work hard in practice, and just like we've done in the past. And don't anticipate too much trouble. I think our kids, Eastside beating Angola last week is going to help, but our kids are going to understand that very tough task, and we're not going to want to lose to them. So I guess we're anticipating a pretty good week of preparation.
I'd like to thank Coach Etzler for stopping by and talking to us today. It should be an exciting week. Catch the show on Thursday night. I'm Don Hyatt, and we'll catch you later.
This has been the Lee Etzler Show, brought to you every Thursday night at 7:30 by BuscoNews.com.